We are now in part 5 of our FCI Mondioring Grand Prix coverage.
Congratulations to the previous competitor. Now the next competitor will be from Romania.
The next dog entering the field is from Romania. The dog's name is Ringstar X Arai, handled by Ioana Cristea.
Hello, my name is Yoann. I'm from Romania. I'm here for category 1 and I will call my dog Decoys and he will jump the hurdle.
She will be using her voice to call her dog and she has opted to jump the hurdle. First exercise is the food refusal. So far, all the dogs in our series have gotten this exercise right. We will now find out if it's going to be 5 for 5. That was an unfortunate bounce. The previous dogs had the food bounce away from them. But this dog ignored it, so it's still a full point exercise, 5 out of 5. Next is the healing. Dog went a bit wide that time and also lagged behind. Another lag from the dog as it got distracted by the items on the field. So the judge identified a total of 10 faults, making it a 5-point penalty for this exercise. And now it's the send away. The dog went through the optimal zone, making it only the second dog in our series to get this exercise correctly. And now we have the retrieve exercise. The dog went before the horn, that will be a 4-point penalty. Must have gotten a bit excited. He also dropped the item once, that will be a 1-point penalty. As a handler, if the retrieve item is within reach, you have the option to grab it. That's what the handler did earlier, and she just incurred an extra 1-point penalty for improper presentation by the dog, because the dog has to present the item in a sit. Anyway, we're now in the absence of handler exercise. All the dogs so far in our series managed to get this exercise right. That's the distraction, someone ringing the bell from behind the dog. If the dog gets up to have a look and changes position, it would lose all points for this exercise. But it didn't get up, so it will get full points for this exercise, 10 points out of 10. Now, unfortunately, we were unable to cover the change of positions exercise. But the score sheet states that she lost 1 point for doing preparations before the horn, and the dog advanced half a meter during the changes of position. The jump of choice this time around is the hurdle. This will be the first dog in our series that opted for this jump, as all the previous handlers picked the palisade. The general impression is that the hurdle is harder to do than the palisade in competition because it requires more complicated movements from the dog, but this dog got full points for that exercise. Now you saw the dog get excited because we're on to the suit work exercises. Is catched by the decoy, Yoann of France. And that was a full point exercise. On to the defensive handler. The second decoy is Kilian Franc from Belgium. He will be the one doing this exercise, and Yoann will try to confuse the dog. You will see that the dog appears focused on Yoann. That's because he was the last decoy that he engaged with. This can be problematic because if you've watched our previous videos, it's actually Kilian Franc who's going to do the hit. As you can see, Kilian did the handshake with the handler, but the dog is still looking at Yoann. The dog engaged the wrong decoy. Going to be a 0 for this exercise because the dog was meant to engage the decoy that made the hit. That was a difficult exercise because the last decoy that the dog engaged with was Yoann. And the picture of Yoann running away from the handler is the same as the previous picture in the flee with gunshots exercise. Anyway, this is now the face with stick. And that's another full point exercise. However, a lot of points were lost in the defensive handler, so that won't be enough to win. Still an impressive round.